Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload, and this will be a game between Zest and Nerchio here on Newkirk Precinct. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is a Nerchio. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Zest. I am about 50% certain I said bottom left when I was referring to Nerchio, but I will not start over. Okay, so as EVP here on Newkirk Precinct, I hear you Protoss fans. Professional Protoss games have been in short supply lately, so this is Zest. I assume that you're still a fan of his, and let's get right on into it here. Looks like a hatch first. Out of Nerchio. Nope. Hang on a second. He's okay. Is he trying to dodge the block? It looks like he is, and it's going to work. Is he going to expand up here? Oh my gosh, Nerchio. King Arthur. King Arthur it is. What a play. That probe of Zest was all set to block stuff, and Nerchio said, no. You know what? If I try to put it here at my natural, might get blocked. If I try to put it over here at this third base location to the left of the natural, might get blocked. The safest place to go is way up north here. And you know what? He's going to expand there anyway at some point. This really doesn't hurt him all that much. Going to take a third. Because again, Zest is going. There we go. There's the expansion. Gateway expand into Cybernetics Core, into Second Gas, the build that we've seen 100 million times from Protoss players in all situations. It's just safe, is what it is. It is safe. And I can't really begrudge any Protoss players who'd like to use this build. So learn it. Protoss, if you're doing this on ladder, you're in a good spot. If you're doing anything else, you might want to reconsider. Because every pro player on Earth does this very same opener against both Terran and Zerg. It is safe. It is economical. You can hold a lot of stuff with it. I mean, you probably want to scout, which is what the probe scout is for. You want to see if it's an early pool from the Zerg. You can adjust accordingly. But otherwise, you know what? You're going to be all right. Pool done for Nerchio. Music. Very Terran-y right now, which seems inappropriate because, you know, there's no Terrans in this game. As it turns out. Quick plug for the podcast. Again, got a new edition coming out. Couple days. There's a special guest. There's a special guest in the podcast. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but it's somebody that you know. It's going to be good. So link in the description. Check that out. Leave me a review if you like what you heard. If you hated what you heard, maybe don't leave me a review, but I will respect your decision if you choose to anyway, and give the fine users of iTunes a correct interpretation of what they can expect from the Falcon Paladin Hour. Adept moving out for Zest. Across the map. Left to right. These Lings trying to kill this probe won't do it, because every time they hit, they bounce back and they just give up. They know what Adept's coming. Nerchio knows these timings, man. It's almost 3 minutes. There's an Adept coming. It's going to be here soon. Got to use my Queen for defense. Got to use my slow Lings for defense. There's a drone transferring way up here to the third. It's a long way to transfer. Adept is choosing to attack the third because she knows there's one there. And this Queen, stop, doesn't do a lot of damage, unfortunately. Okay, so Queen plus Lings is enough to make this Adept want to transfer out. And there it is. There's the transfer out. See? You don't need 100 Lings. You don't need bajillion Queens. Just one Queen and a couple Lings will be enough to kill the Adept, or at least force her to transfer away from killing your drones. Any drones died? No, just lost a Ling. That was beautifully held. Beautifully held. I think the Adept mostly just wanted to see if the base was here. I don't think she knew that for sure it had been planted. She had a really good idea, but confirmation is always nice. And maybe killing 1 or 2 drones, if possible, would have been good too, but didn't happen. Not a big deal. Roach Warren here, coming here at the third base for Nerchio. Obviously it has a natural base on the way. And it is a Dark Shrine with a robotics facility out of Zest. So we're going to see some Archon drops out of our Protoss players. Zest is, I don't know, I'm not going to say too good to use a Dark Templar rush, but he just knows against Nerchio, who has figured out how to beat DTs, I mean, millions of years ago. Not millions, but in StarCraft time, it's just since the beginning of time. He knows you're not going to kill Nerchio with Dark Templar. It's just not going to happen. So there's going to be Archon drops. Also has a Twilight Council, possibly for Resonating Glaives as a bit of a follow-up here. But in the meantime, getting double gas here at the natural base is Zest. Need a lot of gas for Archons, man. 150 each for those Templar. And then, actually, is it 150 for Dark Templar? Where are you, DTs? 125 for Dark Templar. Okay, so a little bit cheaper on the gas side of things. But still a lot of gas to make an Archon. You got to use 2 of them. Lings here trying to shut down this third base that Zest is trying to get. Mothership is here. Oh, they tried to go for the cancel. Can they force a cancel? Oh, they do. The Lings force a cancel. Mothership Core does get some kills. 4 kills here, but Poop and Creep just out of the range of this pylon. And Nerchio, look at that. Just out of range. Zest is forced to throw down another pylon. Meanwhile, oh my gosh, it is DTs. Remember when I said you can't DT rush Nerchio because he knows how to handle it? What is going on? It's actually Dark Templar. There is an Overseer for Nerchio, and the Warp Prism will save the DTs, but that Zest decided to go for it anyway. That's amazing. He might still change these into Archons. Might still try to do this. This Overseer is so well positioned, and Photon Overcharge does chase the Overlord away enough to kill it. Okay, that was a big deal. Killing that was a big deal. DT is not able to get inside the main, unfortunately. They kind of want to, but there are 2 Overseers now. And again, I mean, they probably have kills, but I think they're all Lings. Okay, 1 drone died, and now changing them both into Archons. All right, so the Archon transition. There just are quite a few roaches out. There are 6 roaches out for Nerchio right now. He's getting a Hydralisk Den, which is going to be really, really nice for the Zerg player here. Hydralisk Den against those Archons. Good feeling for sure. All right, so coming in with the Archons. Here comes the Micro out of Zest. Lings trying to get some shots off, dying immediately, as they do. Couple drones die. Roaches trying to chase. They don't have Glial Reconstitution yet, though. Queen getting shots off on that Warp Prism, but not enough DPS to bring it down below those shields. It's kind of what you want as a Zerg player in that situation. Ow! Sorry, just stubbed my toe on the underside of my desk. I gotta keep my feet still, I think. Observer here from Zest, floating just outside the creep spread, just outside of the 2nd and 3rd bases out of Nerchio. Gotta take a 4th Nerchio if you want to keep up. If you want to keep up, this 3rd base is almost done from Zest. Archon's kind of keeping his attention, though, as it turns out. 2 Queens, much scarier for the Warp Prism. 2 Queens shooting away. Got a handful, 5 roaches here on the ground. They take so much damage because they're biological from those Archons. 2 Hydras on the way, though. The extra range, super useful on those guys. Muscular Augments is almost done. And +1 missile attack coming up as well. So where are we? Where is Nerchio's stuff? There's got some Hydras. I don't know where they are. The Archons might feel like their time is done now. Still no static defense. Nerchio's doing this without any Spore Crawlers or any Spine Crawlers at all. Something I kind of go after pros for not doing. It can save stuff. It can save workers. It's totally worth it, but Nerchio kind of proving me wrong here. He says, you know what, Falcon? I don't need Spore Crawlers to deal with this. I don't need Spine Crawlers. I'm doing fine. Doing just fine. A pair of hallucinated Phoenix flying in to this 3rd base. They see the Hydralisk Den. They see the Hydralisks. And this Observer seeing the Hydras moving out as well. Ooh, before it gets killed, as there's an Overseer present. Protoss working on Immortals, working on a lot of Stalkers and Sentries. Force Field's pretty good in this situation. Force Fielding out a bunch of Hydralisks make them fairly impotent in upcoming battles. Lurker Den morphing in from Nerchio as well. 4 Ravagers, 5 more Roaches coming in from Nerchio. So it's going to be a Roach, Hydralisk, Ravager, Lurker kind of a deal. Everybody shares that +1 missile upgrade. So it's going to be very, very useful for Nerchio to get that thing done. Meanwhile, Archon's dropping inside the main base, forcing the full evacuation of all of these drones. See, maybe if there was a Spine Crawler or a Spore Crawler, things would be different. Trying to Corrosive Bile this Warp Prism, nah, too fast. Too fast and in the hands of Zest. Much, much too strong. +2 ground attack already on the way from Zest. We're just 8 minutes into this game. Thank you very much. And still, okay, I was going to say, no sign of a Spire. There's a Spire. There is a Spire just now started for Nerchio. This Warp Prism, I don't think you can kill it without a Spire. Zest is too smart to fly directly in. Oh my gosh, there are Hydralisks on the left side. Where do these Hydras come from? Oh, Warp Prism has to go all the way to the bottom of the map and then pretty much go home right now. I mean, that is a dangerous place to stay. Almost lost. Oh, did lose some health there. Shields all the way down, obviously, but 76 out of 80 available health. Changelings for Nerchio coming into this 3rd base. Getting killed by cannons. The reaction time by Zest is perfect. He sees the red coming in, sees what they are, and kills them immediately. Infestation Pit. Morphing in for Nerchio as well. Robotics Bay, rather. Another robotics facility and a robotics bay. Finishing at the same time. Colossus. I like it. I like Colossus against this Hydra heavy composition. Hydralisks get blunk upon by the Stalkers, who have blink and +1 attack. Working on that +2, working on extended thermal lance is Zest, which isn't a choice that you should always just, if you're getting Colossus, get extended thermal lance. You can't skip it. You can't do it. Like, I feel like you can obviously skip Resonating Glaives if you only get 1 adept, but if you're getting a Colossus, I think it's worth it to get extended thermal lance just for that. So pretty big scary army out of Zest here. Immortals, Archons, Stalkers, Sentries. So many things, so many Lurkers popping in right now, though, for Nerchio. He's got 3 more on the way. He already has 8. 11 Lurkers is nothing to sneeze at, nothing to laugh at if you're the Protoss army. So here we go. Zest being a little aggressive, Fourth base is done for Nerchio down here just outside of his natural, and a fifth base coming up north of that, as well as a fourth base already done for Zest up north of his natural. So the Stalkers coming on in and just blink out. I mean, they're just trying to bait units away from the Lurkers is what it is. Forcing a cancel, it doesn't even get a shot off. Forces the cancel on the fifth base of Nerchio's, kills an extractor that was building as well, picking off creep tumors from a distance, getting spined a little bit. Just a little bit. Those lurker spines have been shrunk. I watch an older cast of mine with lurkers, and the lurker spines are like 10 feet tall. They're so huge. I think they definitely changed that. I didn't see that in patch notes, but it's been there for a while. All right, Hive coming in for Nerchio, working on an infestation pit for Corruptors. Corruptors for the Colossus, I guess. How does he know there is Colossus? Nerchio. Oh, okay. He saw the robotic. He scouted the robotics bay. Also, Warp Prism's still doing stuff. Corruptor's going to chase this Warp Prism down. Whap! Big time hit. And Corruptor's almost getting that Warp Prism, but a little bit worried about the threatening moves of Zest just outside of his creep here. Ling's coming back as well. Everybody set up. A maxed out army for Nerchio. 176 supply for Zest. Identical worker count. Well, 67 to 69. Nerchio has a tiny lead. Really wants that fifth base. And Zest going for it with 4 Colossus, Stalkers, Immortals, and Archons, but too many spines. The Colossus getting hit by the Corruptors, and that makes Zest pull back out. He does not like getting hit by Corruptors. It's a bad feeling. He can't blink away from it. Another big shot. Colossus pulling back once again. Just trying to kill these Lurkers, trying to kill Creep Tumors, trying to kill these Spore Crawlers, trying to kill anything that he can. Double Stargate on the way from Zest. He might be transitioning into Sky Toss here, which would be pretty good, although there's a lot of Corruptors out already. Fifth base again for Nerchio is canceled. And he's gonna, yeah, forcing that cancel. Doesn't want to lose it straight up. Corruptor's getting killed by Stalkers, protecting their Colossus. That's a battle we've seen since the beginning of StarCraft 2. Corruptor's going after Colossus, and Stalkers trying to protect those Colossus against future attacks. Spines getting on in. Colossus trying to get shots off and doing all right, deciding to attack into this, getting fungled with Lurkers stabbing him, though. That's not great. Corrosive Bile being thrown down as well. Immortals dying, Archons dying, Stalkers dying, Sentries almost dying. Sentry down to 4 hit points. Is still alive. Nerchio holds. He loses stuff, but he holds. He's going Greater Spire and Ultralisk Cavern. And Fleet Beacon on the way from Zest here, as well as Gravitic Boosters, which I think is for the Observer. Yep, increasing the movement speed of Observers. Adrenal Glands, +1 melee attack. Nerchio trying to switch to Ultras, or at least Broodlings after the Broodlords. And melee attacks are pretty useful that way, so that's why he's working on it. Tempest on the way from Zest. He anticipates the Broodlords are going to show up anytime now. And, oh, small group of Nerchios trying to come up across the top side of this map, getting caught by Blink Stalkers. Run! You can't. Can you win this fight? Might as well stop and take a few of these Stalkers out if you're going to die anyway. And they're doing pretty well for themselves. Thinning out those Stalker rings with an aggressive Blink forward. Clears them out. Single Adepts trying to kill that fifth base again for Nerchio. Some Lings make it up to the fourth base of Zest, but get chased away by Photon Overcharge. And Corruptor's just flying around aimlessly, trying to find stuff they can kill. Oh, this fifth base of Zest. These Lings do have Adrenal Glands and +1 attack, but no. So many Colossus and Zealots show up. It doesn't really work out that way. Corruptors might have... no, the army was too close. The army was too close for Zest. So fifth base by Nerchio looks like it will complete this time. Sixth base coming up north at the same time. And Neural Parasite being researched by Nerchio. We've got, as the army moves in, he's going to kill this fifth base again. Nerchio, don't let this die. Come on, man. I know the Colossus are scary. 5,000 resources lost for the Protoss. 6,600 for the Zerg. Another army up here at the sixth base. Ah, Zealot's going to take it down. And they force a cancel on the fifth. Zest. Zest, you're doing so well. Zealot does finish off the hatchery. All the Zealots are going to die to these Lings, but that was worth it to kill a hatch. Minerals mean pretty much nothing to Zest at this moment. A first Oracle on the way from Zest. First one today. And Zest's army pulling back once again. Not quite sure what he's worried about, but I guess he figures killing 2 bases is enough to keep himself ahead, and his fifth base is done. Surrounding it by cannons, and the Broodlords are out. And the Tempest count compared to the Broodlord count, 3 Tempests to 4 Broodlords, with 12 Corruptors, 12 Stalkers. Oh, I don't know if that's enough anti-air necessarily from Zest. And 4 Archons, I guess. All right, the Archons can kind of sit under the Tempest and help them with any Corruptors that come over nearby. Some of that might be what Zest is working on. Burrow being researched from Nerchio. Lings coming on out to try to get a run by, but man, Zest is everywhere in this game. He sees everything Nerchio tries to do. Taking a 7th base up north is Zest. Are we going to see this base or this map mined out? We have seen it before. We've seen it before. I think it was Snoot. Oh, golly. Snoot versus TY possibly is what I'm thinking of here. Nerchio not even bothering to try to replant his 6th. He just really wants his 5th to be done. And it is done, which is nice. It is done. Spreading some creep, throwing down some static defense, some overseers up at the front as well. Oh, Lings do get a bit of a run by. 6 of them, 6 Lings here into the natural base, and they are going to kill some of these probes, which might actually do a favor for Zest. I'm not sure that he cares about having these probes, but for the gas, yeah, he doesn't want to lose the probes to the gas. So that's 5 dead probes, which is fine. Stalker's coming up. Is there a 6th base yet? No. Feeling pretty confident about this, but a lot of Lings rolling in to kill 1 or 2 of these. Actually, everybody's in here. Burrow Infestors joining the party as well. And there's the fungal from the ground. Broodlord's finishing off these Stalkers, and that might be, again, Zest just freeing up supply, trying to kill what he can, and these Stalkers are still alive. He's not freeing up supply and just letting them die unnecessarily. He's trying to get... Can he kill a Broodlord here? Probably not. No. Not when there are 6 Broodlords overhead and above. Mothership. Morph it in. Warping in? What is the... It is morphing. They do morph. Morphing in, getting Void Rays for those Corruptors. I really like what Zest is doing right now. Really like it. And this no 6th base for Nerchio is going to hurt him. He is throwing it down, but will it be allowed to finish? Revelation tossed on down by the Oracle, who is out at the 16-minute mark. Late Oracle, I'd say. Baneling Nest being constructed by Nerchio, getting Chitinous Plating, getting +2 melee attack, getting that 6th base. There's a Changeling sitting amongst Nerchio's army. Doing a good job scouting there, buddy. That, I'm not sure that's how that works, though. Shield upgrades level 2 on the way for Zest. And where my music at? Oh, it's one of those songs that starts out very quiet. Listen. If you can hear it over all these creep tumors spawning. Hang on. There it is. Boom, boom. With that base rolling. Immortals down here look like they want to kill this debris and open up another place that Zest can expand. But they're just kind of hanging out right now. That +3 attack would be really, really useful to do that. I think Zest sent them down for this purpose, but has not done it yet for whatever reason. Revelation thrown down on the Corruptors because the Corruptors are kind of a threat. They can snipe bases pretty quickly. Cannons or no cannons. It just depends if you want to lose a few Corruptors in the process. Observer running. Look at that speed. Look at the speed on the Observer. Zoom, 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 zoom. The Immortals still haven't taken down this debris, which I find very odd out of Zest. APM for these players, 300 each. 328 to 321. Pretty much even throughout this entire game. That is insane how closely matched these players are. Ravagers walking into this 6th base of Zest up top and getting killed by cannons. It's not the best attack, unless he's just suiciding them, which is possible, to free up supply for other stuff. I mean, he does have 13, 14 available supply. Not using it for anything. I guess he just did make 10 Zerglings. Well, that's a lot. These Immortals, is that sacrificial as well? Neural Parasite on the Immortals, making them kill their brethren. Kill their brethren off. Oh, that's so sad. That is such a sad thing to see. And the final Immortal actually getting some shots off. Bit of a miss macro there from Nerchio. Yeah, that's got to be Zest. He's making more Void Rays. He's like, you know what? The Immortals aren't going to be good against Broodlord Corruptor Ling here. What's better is Void Ray against all these Corruptors. They are so good against Corruptors, and since Corruptors are armored, you guys, you can see. With that prismatic alignment, they just melt through that Corruptor armor. 2 Ultralisks on the way from Nerchio. I mean, I guess why not? What's on the ground here? Got... Are all the Colossus dead? No, there's still 3 of them. Still 3 Colossus, still some Archons. I'd say Ultralisks can't necessarily walk over this. Zest has done a good job keeping his ground army present, if most of his stuff is still in Sky Toss at this time. He's got 5 Tempest and 10 Void Rays, and a Mothership, way more than anything else he's rolling with right now. Both players sticking around 60 workers. They know if they get more workers than that, it's going to hurt their army total. This 7th base, this debris that the Immortals thought about knocking down but never did, is finally killed by most of Zest's army here. We've got some Changelings. An army of Changelings is a disgusting sight to see. Army of Changelings coming in to try to change into something, but they're going to die first. Tragic story, really. Ling's going to go ahead and get rid of the debris on the other side of the map for a bit of a 7th base for Nerchio himself. So we're going to take every base, you guys. Every base shall be taken. Zest sacrificing some probes to free up supply. What does he want? More Void Rays? I don't want to Void Rays. Successful. What was that? Ah! Neural Parasite on the Oracle as I sneeze. As I sneeze. Still blistering hot when I'm casting this, you guys. Air conditioning busted. 7th base gone. It's another base killed by Zest. How many of these has he can't? He's killed 2 hatcheries, and I feel like he's canceled at least 3. He's doing a great job here. Ling's checking. Is there... You know, there's a base there. There's a lot of cannons here. Is there anywhere we can attack? Not really. You could probably force to cancel on the 7th base of Zest down here, but you have to kind of get through the army unless you go the long way around, as they thought about doing, and then just kind of hung out with the rest of the forces from the Zerg. Zest attacking in to some Spore Crawlers. I don't know if you want to do this. This is a lot of Spore Crawlers. This is like 10 Spore Crawlers. But I guess the Archons and the Tempests are going to make quick work of them. Taking some shots to the Void Rays isn't really a big deal. Revelation thrown down. Oracle. Replacement Oracle is here to save the day. And so many cannons coming up at the 7th base for Zest. Static Defense is his friend. 7th base for Nerchio. About 50% complete here. And both players, again, just playing it really conservatively. Ah, Zest has Storm as well. Oh, but the Fungal on the High Templar. Neural Parasite on a Tempest from burrow position. It's working, I guess. Broodlord's throwing down. I like it. I like the Tempest. Getting dragged over here with Neural Parasite and murdered. That was great. You know what would be really great right here is Parasitic Bomb. These Void Rays are clumped up. They are so clumped up. Parasitic Bomb. 3 of those would do a lot of damage here to Zest's army, but I don't know if there are any Vipers at all in this army. No, Nerchio doesn't like them. I don't know what it is. I should have an interview with some of these players and see, what don't you like about Vipers? I feel like they're good. Especially against Skytoss. Especially against this many Void Rays, which do, again, clump up. Parasitic Bomb, good. Like, a Parasitic Bomb Fungal combination would be insanely overpowered. But Nerchio trying to do this thing without the Parasitic Bomb, or really much splash damage at all. I mean, he does have some Banelings for splash damage, which is moderately useful, I guess. And Fungal Growth is also splash damage. And if you Neural Parasite a High Templar or an Archon, you can do splash damage kind of indirectly, but I don't know. Zest hanging out here at the Wolves, which is sign of the Dominion? I don't know what it is. The 7th base by Nerchio is going to die again, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, he is the hatchery killer, is what Zest is. God, this reminds me so much of another ZVP that I've cast on this map. It went on for a while. A lot of bases died. It kind of came down to a last-second thing, but I think... Who was involved with it? I looked. It wasn't Zest versus Nerchio. Might have been another game that I cast, but it was so similar to this. All the bases were taken. This 7th base kept dying. If I have cast this game and I just searched improperly on my channel, I'm going to be very embarrassed. Super embarrassed. So don't make fun of me too much if that's what's going on here, guys, because I have 3 kids. My brain cells are falling out of my head at an alarming rate every day. Observer gets Neural Parasited and killed. Ugh. That's one way to reveal an Observer, I guess. Another Observer out patrolling, though, for Zest. You know, just because. Just because it is. And here comes Nerchio. Feedback. Neural Parasite storms. Neural Parasite on the Colossus, actually. Bringing him home to the Corruptors to get murdered. That is always such a sad thing. The pilot of that Colossus, or whatever, the robot of that Colossus, is like, oh, those guys are my friends. Being mind-controlled, walks over to them, and their new friends kill them. How mean is that? How incredibly mean is that? Zergs, you guys are mean. +2 flyer attack, just finishing. Ding! On the right side, as you can see. +2 ground carapace. Nerchio just getting ground carapace level 2. I'm very interested about that. 7th base on the way for Nerchio. These burrow infestors, dang, there are a lot of them. There are 10. Nope, 12. 12 burrow infestors. You can Neural Parasite every Archon in this army. And the Tempest, I think. He's trying to get in range to do it. He catches the mothership. What a big get there. Woo! Just barely snags that thing. Kills it. No more cloak for you, says Nerchio. No more soup for you. +3 flyer carapace being researched by Nerchio. Don't see that one either. Pneumatized carapace for speed for Overlords on the way. And I think we're going to mine this map out, you guys. If the 7th base ever gets up for Nerchio, it's going to be useful. It's going to be very useful at some point. 16,000 resources lost here for Zest compared to 16,000 lost for Nerchio. More gas for the Protoss, which makes sense, and 14 to 8 workers have been killed. Nerchio's down to 38 drones. Why did he suicide? No, he don't. What? He lost 8 drones. And he has 32. I thought at one point he had 63. Did he kill them himself? Does that not count in units lost if you kill your own drones? I think that's the case, because he was at 63. I know that was the case, and he has 30, and it says he lost 10. He did not have 40 drones at max in this game. That's not possible. So, yeah, I think that's what the shenanigans were. A lot more static defense, spore crawlers. Remember when I said Nerchio didn't like static defense? He really likes static defense now. He has 35 spore crawlers all across from top to bottom, his side of the map. It's amazing. A DT comes over to the 6th base and kills some drones before getting killed by drones, which is probably like the worst death for Protoss. There's no honor in being killed by drones, is there? Probably not. Probably not, but nobody has to tell. Nobody has to know. More Broodlords on the way. We are up to 10. 10 Broodlords, 20 Corruptors, 2 Ultralisks, 8 Lurkers, 14 Burrow Infestors. And killing another Observer was Nerchio. We tried to catch that Oracle. This Revelation is just really, really good for Zest. Really good spell. Look, Broodlord gets killed from distance there. And there's the Neural Parasite on 1, 2, 3 of them. Oh, Tempest count plummeting here. Oh, that's not good for Zest. He has lost. Does it count as lost? Yeah, 5 lost. He's down to 1 Tempest. Oh, if Nerchio pushes in here, he might be in a pretty good spot with 1 Tempest to stop all these Broodlords. Zest can make 6 at a time, mind you. He can make 6 Tempests at a time. I'm not sure I've ever seen that one before. 8 more Infestors. Did he lose some? No, he still got 13. He just wants 21. You know what? The Infestor's a good unit, says Nerchio. I'm gonna keep doing this thing. More creep spread, more static defense. Nerchio's just slowly pressing on Zest here. He's just at the halfway point of the mark, starting to encroach on Zest territory. 7th base is done for Nerchio. Not really mining from it that much. He's got a bank of 3,000, 2,000, whereas Zest is sitting on 8,000, 5,000. Zest has a huge bank. Huge bank. That Archon just killed like 8 changelings. He's got 13 kills total. Good for him. No shield upgrades, actually. Still sitting on +1. Working on +2. All right, fair enough. Working on air armor level 3. Working on a bunch of cannons just because. And this is going to be what? The Maginot line? What line can this be? From World War I or World War II, maybe? Yeah, this is right down the middle of the map, and every time Nerchio pushes over, Zest pushes in, and Neural Parasite on an Archon and a Void Ray, and killing them very easily. I kind of like this plan. Brings the Archon all the way back here to die. Just, I guess, for extra humiliation. Suppose that's what that is. Overseers have 3 armor. That's a total of 4. They're actually going to be pretty hard to kill now. Not that their HP totals anything. It's 200 HP, which is pretty squishy. Broodlord's at 225, though, so maybe not as squishy as I thought comparatively. Overseer still getting killed by Tempest from distance, though, that's for sure. Creep spread. Tempest trying to make sure that stays under control. You cannot cross over to my side of the map, and Zest is so afraid of Burrow Infestor, you guys, which is understandable. Protoss in my chat right now, in my comments, are just raging about Burrow Infestor, and they're casting Neural Parasite from a cloaked position. I mean, it does feel a little bit OP, I say, as a Zerg main, but when they were just above ground, they were so big and squishy, they were perfect targets and really easy to target for Protoss and Terran. I didn't like it. Didn't like how easy it was to see them and kill them, whereas High Templar and Ghosts are just tiny and harder to click a target on eventually. Whereas Infestors are like, click in the general area, I guess. Another Observer gonna die due to fungal. Man, how many Observers have died in this game? Nerchio really hates those things. He's lost 7. 7 Observers have died for Zest. He still has 1. Still has the 1. So that's good news. We are just doing a dance, ladies and gentlemen. Are we not doing a dance? I feel like we're doing a dance. Nerchio coming in. Big old storm on all these units, though. The Oracle gets Neural Parasited. Neural on all these Voiders. Charismatic alignment being used as well on these Broodlords. I can't even tell what Voiders are killing what Voiders, but they're all Neural Parasited. Nerchio, I think, has this battle. They are fighting hard. Infested Terrans tossed down to finish him off as soon as the Neural Parasite wears off. Mothership is still here. Could recall out of this. Might really want to recall out of this. Are the Voiders winning this thing? There's no way. The Voiders are actually winning this thing. How is this possible, Zest? Zest, you unspeakable god, you. How did you come out of that alive? He came out of that alive. He still has 4 Void Rays and his Mothership and 5 Tempest. And it's 184 to 135 total supply. Zest is in the lead right now. Zest has lost to 31,000 resources compared to 34 for Nerchio now. So, doing okay. Zealots attacking into the 7th base. Lings are trying to stop this, but there are not enough Lings for this. Maybe if you fungal them, there we go. Getting some burrow fungal on top of these Zealots. This is a lot. This is a mineral dump out of Zest, but it's working extremely well. Are they going to kill this Ultralisk? No. 14 kills, 15 kills, 16 kills. This Ultralisk is mad. He mad. Broodling's helping as well. No, no, no. You left the Zealots alone with the 7th base. I know you're worried about the attack up the middle, but these Zealots are still here. Can't decide what to kill. Do we kill Spore Crawlers? Do we kill drones? Do we kill this hatchery? I guess we can kill this hatchery. Ultralisk can hold against these Zealots with his 7 armor, and he has 19 kills. He's an assassin. Good job. Good job, Ultralisk. A few more Tempest, a few more Archons getting tossed in for Zest. No big deal. No big deal. Just making more and more of them units. Lurkers +3, +2. Spore Crawlers, ahoy! Spore Crawlers, ahoy! There. Boom, 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 boom. And there's that drum thing. Oh, I played Rock Band for the first time in my whole life a couple weeks ago. Maybe it was last week. It might have been last week. And I played drums, and I was okay. Sort of. I got to work on a position for the pedal. I was kind of like lifting my whole foot instead of just kind of keeping the heel rest. Anyway, it was pretty fun. Coming in, clearing out some more of these Spore Crawlers is Zest. He really hates the static defense. It bothers him immensely. A couple Lurkers just spining things as well. Lurkers haven't been huge, but they do mean you can't just run a whole land army in here and expect to do anything because the Lurkers are really, really scary. Although I guess they did run directly into the 7th base that one time. So that was good. Ultralisk slowly regenerating its health, 1 HP. About every second or so. It'll be a while before he's back up to full for his 500 hit points. And maybe we're starting to get mined out here. Zest 7th base, not looking too healthy. Nerchios is looking better, only because he hasn't had it for nearly as long. And Zest patrolling back and forth. This is tense. I mean, this is not Cold War. This is kind of a standoff. Oh, that Observer lived. Nerchio wanted to kill that Observer, couldn't quite get it. Another Observer down here. Mothership with 6 kills. Trying to get some more of those by killing some creep tumors. Another Observer taking shots and retreating so quickly. That acceleration is fast too. Really fast. Nerchio's down. 200 to 150 supply. That is not good for Nerchio. He's down a lot. Oracle gets caught. Manages to drift out of range of that neural parasite control though and lives. That was a lucky deal for that Oracle. Super duper lucky. Got ourselves some creep tumors going down. Got ourselves some Spore Crawlers getting destroyed as well. This game is still going on, you guys. If you're still here, thanks for sticking with it. And if you're a Protoss fan, you're going to be real mad if Zest loses. And if you're a Zerg fan, you're going to be real mad if Nerchio loses. That's just how it is. Oh, can ill afford to lose Corruptors there, Nerchio. Can't just throw stuff away, man. Taking 28 Lings, but I really don't know what for. Probes sacrificing themselves for Zest, trying to A-move into the Zerg army, but actually killing Spores. Here we go. Neural Parasites and Storms on everything, though. Broodlings getting chased down. Broodlords are doing great things against this ground army. Are there enough Corruptors and enough Neural Parasited units to do this thing? A huge warping of Stalkers from Zest. Storms all over these Overseers, though. I don't know if there's enough anti-air from Nerchio. Still got a Tempest here. Raining down fire. The Infestors, are they out of energy? I don't know. Blink Stalkers coming in to clear out these Broodlords. They're so good at that. And finish off this 7th base as well, making a bunch of Lings. Desperately making a whole bunch of Lings. Here is Nerchio. There's a handful of units here for Zest. Look at that warping of Zealots. How many gateways does he have? 23 gateways does Zest have right now. This is the beginning of the end for Nerchio. I don't know if he can come back from this thing. The probes are attacking into Nerchio's 6th base. The 7th base is gone again. Blink Stalker trying to kill Overlords. Almost getting that one. 5 hit points left, buddy. Still alive. Ooh. And Zest still has, well, I was going to say he had a huge bank, but he just made 4 High Templar and 12 Zealots. So he's down to 5,000 minerals and 50 gas. Nerchio is just starving. He is a starving Marvin, ladies and gentlemen. The Infestors are kind of an equalizer here. He went for it. He went for it twice, and I don't think he came out on the top either time. Honestly, Zealots coming in on everything. Stalkers too. And they're killing creep tumors, killing static defense. It's 200 to 110 total supply. Nerchio, I don't know what he does. He's making a Hydralisk. He's making a Corruptor. He's making 14 lings. He's got how many Zerglings? 47 lings plus about 60 lings. Fully upgraded, which is good. Which is good news against this Stalker army. The Zealot's going to be a massive problem. Fully upgraded. All 3 upgrades maxed out for these Zealots. The 6th base is toast. Nerchio, I don't know what you got up your sleeve, man. Production tab is empty for both players. That's because Zest is maxed out. Nerchio is starving for everything. He has 100 minerals and 10 gas. Period. He's going to he's going to try to long distance mine from the 7th base. A couple Zealots here, making sure that doesn't happen. Lings coming to escort, and the drones are allowed to do their work. Zealots attacking this debris, leading up into the 3rd base of Nerchio, where the Lurker Den is, and the Roach Horn, and an Evolution Chamber, which could be used to get +3 missile attack, but he never got, actually. 5th base going to die for the 7th time in this game. That is 6 dead hatches. Nerchio has ended up losing, and Zest has taken out. And staying on the creep, I feel like is overextending a little bit from Zest. Revelation thrown down. Lings trying to get on top of stuff. No, bad. Zealots were there, backing out. They do back out. They do retreat. Some Zealots trying to join the party. Fungal whiffs mostly. Does kill one of the Zealots, but not all of them. Not all 4 of them. Mothership kind of dancing around. You could Neural Parasite and kill that Mothership, probably. How much anti-air do you have again? Oh, not a lot. Not a lot. Zealots in here. Revelation. Fungal on top of everything. Lings on top of Zealots. Not what you want. Neural Parasite on the Archons. Couple Archons doing some good work against their Zealot buddies here. Zealots refusing to die for the most part. Are they actually getting Infestors? They're starting to get Infestors. Infested Terrans tossed down. That's the answer they need. They got to focus down that Void Ray. No, the Zealot's getting rid of them, and that's it. A good game out of Nerchio. Saw the writing on the wall. Nerchio was defeated, and Zest is victorious. Zest. So patient. So good at this game. 23 kills, 16 kills on those Void Rays. Tempest with 21 kills. Mothership Core with 20, or Mothership rather with 20. So many dead things in this game. 294 deadlings, 13 dead Broodlords, 47 Corruptors, 4 Ultralisks, 10 Lurkers, 39 Infestors died. 39! That's insanity. Zest ended up losing 65 Zealots, 11 Immortals, 14 Archons, 4 Colossus, 12 Tempest, 45 Stalkers, 16 Void Rays, 7 Oracles, and 17 High Templar, as well as a Mothership. In the end, resources lost, again, tells us the story as always. We're looking at 51,000 resources lost from Zest compared to 61 from Nerchio. So good 10,000 resources combined lost there. Gas is pretty even, about 18 to 19,000. Zest lost some more, but mineral count, it was probably all that static defense, wasn't it? 55 Spore Crawlers died. That's a lot of Spore Crawler. 6 or 7 hatcheries ended up getting killed. A lot got canceled as well. And creep tumors. Does that count as... that doesn't count as any resources lost. That's energy. Energy expended. So, valiant effort by Nerchio, but Zest is your winner today. Protoss Pans rejoice. All right, that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.